Usman Khawaja knows better than to look further ahead than his next innings. Others that utter the well-rehearsed one match at time might be guilty of leaning on a cliché. For Khawaja, it's become a self-defense mechanism in a career where little has been taken for granted. Even now, just weeks ahead of the first Ashes Test, Khawaja just allowed himself to envisage striding out onto the Gabba. That he would even conceive his non-selection shows how well he's managed to cocoon himself from anything but the next delivery, which will come from a watered-down New South Wales attack in the Sheffield Shield game in Brisbane from Monday. There can be no doubt that Khawaja will be picked to bat at no 3 for Australia. But his presence in the Test team has been anything but a foregone conclusion, to the point where he has openly questioned the selection policy after being in, then out, depending on the country and conditions. Deemed ineffective on the subcontinent, Khawaja has been dropped from a series in Sri Lanka, left out of the India tour in March and dropped again after one match against Bangladesh in September. He does believe it's a healthy path to develop as a batsman, nor to foster the kind of group character imbued in the teams of Steve Waugh and Ricky Ponting. As such, he'll be excited about the prospect of what is essentially a home Ashes Test for the transplanted New South Welshman when it arrives. In the meantime, he wants to continue amassing runs, this time against New South Wales, who will rest their Test pace attack 2 weeks out from the first ball of the series against England. Definitely, Khawaja replies when asked if he's given up stargazing. It's one of those things I've seen in other players and something I experienced when I was younger. Once you start worrying about other stuff, it's just a spiral and it gets worse and worse. For me, at least, that's the best way to do things. I have been in situations before when I was younger, worrying about things that are going to happen a month, 2 months away. I just saw no point in that once I realized that it did make a difference and definitely did help my cricket. For me, at the moment, it's about playing well in Shield cricket and the rest takes care of itself. Everything revolves around the next game, and once that finishes and if I am there, yes, I will be excited about the Ashes. But at the moment, I am refusing to look too far ahead. For me at the moment, no, I am not excited. But I am sure I will be. After courting mild controversy with his criticism of the horses for courses policies of the selection panel, Khawaja has now reverted to communicating through a more familiar dialect, runs. While others have struggled to make a pressing case in the now annual Shield auditions ahead of the opening Test of the summer, Khawaja has found some fluency. He made 40 and 122 in Brisbane against the Victorias, then recorded 27 and an unbeaten 28 as Queensland strode to an easy win on a difficult track in Hobart. The left-hander looks regal at the crease when the runs are flowing, and he knows how to score them in Brisbane, where he's honed and refined his technique to accommodate the bounce, then let his natural game dictate the pace of an innings. I am very simple in the way I go about my cricket, he says.